All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. So I have something today that's, man, it's a real trip. We get into some weird stuff on this show, but this one might be the granddaddy of all of them. We're talking about an ancient text called the Diamond Sutra. You might have heard of it, but most people, including me until about a week ago, have no idea what it's actually saying. It's supposedly one of the most important books in history, but it reads like a riddle wrapped in a puzzle written by a dude who is trying to break your brain. And I've got just the person here to help us smash this thing open. She's a cultural analyst, a philosopher, and I think it's fair to say a professional BS detector. Please welcome Dr. Wendy Callahan. Wendy, thanks for coming in.
Hey, Sosaf. Thanks for having me. And yeah, brain breaker is a pretty good way to put it. This thing is the original mind virus, in a good way, or a bad way, depending on how much you like your cozy little reality.
See, that's why you're here. I was reading this report, this whole multidisciplinary analysis of it, and my head is just spinning. So let's start at the beginning for people who are totally lost. What is the Diamond Sutra? Is it a diamond? What's the deal?
Okay, first, no, it's not a diamond. Get that out of your head. Its real name is some long Sanskrit thing, Vajrashedika Prajna Paramita Sutra. Good luck saying that 5 times fast. The important part is Vajrashedika, which means diamond cutter.
Diamond cutter? Like it cuts diamonds?
No, it cuts with a diamond, or like a diamond. The idea is that a diamond is the hardest thing in the universe, right? It can cut through any other material, but nothing can cut it. So this book, this little pamphlet, is supposed to be a piece of wisdom so hard and so sharp that it can cut through anything.
Cut through what?
Your illusions, your BS, your ego, all the stupid labels you and I stick on the world and then forget are just labels. It's a tool for cutting up your own reality. It's a deconstruction kit for your own mind.
Okay, that's already intense. And this thing is old. I'm looking at the data here from the report. It was found in these caves in China, the Mogao caves, and they found a printed copy, get this, dated May 11th, 868 CE.
Yep.
That's the world's oldest, complete, dated printed book. That's insane. That's almost 600 years before Gutenberg and his Bible.
Right? And get this. This is my favorite part. The dude who commissioned it, this guy named Wang Ji, he didn't print it to get rich. He didn't print it to get famous. He printed it, and I'm quoting the report here, for universal free distribution on behalf of his parents.
No way.
Yes, way. This guy in 868 AD basically invented the public domain. He was the first open source bro. He was like, this information is so important, it needs to be free for everyone. He was the original spiritual content creator, just trying to get good karma for his mom and dad. It's kind of sweet in a totally nerdy 9th century way. The whole reason they invented printing presses over there was to copy-paste this stuff for merit, not for money.
That's wild. So this book, this diamond cutter, was so important that it literally drove one of the biggest technological leaps in human history. So what's in it? What's the big secret?
The big secret is there is no secret.
Oh, come on. That's the kind of crap I'm talking about.
No, I'm serious. That is the secret. The big secret is that all the things you think are big, solid, important secrets are just things you made up. The main idea of the whole book, the one that underpins everything, is a concept called shunyata, emptiness.
Emptiness. See, that just sounds depressing. That sounds like nihilism. Nothing matters, we're all gonna die, who gives a crap?
No. That's the #1 grade A moronic level misunderstanding. It's not nothing exists. It's nothing exists by itself. It's not nihilism. It's relational. It's just common sense, but we're too dumb to see it.
Okay, explain. Give me an analogy.
All right, a burrito. You got a burrito in your hand?
I wish. Okay, I'm picturing a burrito.
Is that burrito a burrito? Is burrito-ness a real solid thing?
I guess it's a burrito.
Wrong.
It's a tortilla, it's beans, it's cheese, it's a cow that was ground up, it's the farmer who grew the beans, it's the sun and the rain that grew the wheat for the tortilla, it's the truck driver who drove it to the store. You take away the tortilla, the beans, the cow, the farmer, the sun, the rain. Is there any burrito left over?
No, it's just nothing.
Exactly. There is no burrito. Burrito's just a label we use for a temporary, convenient pile of other stuff. It is empty of any burrito-ness. It is 100% made of non-burrito things. And that's what the Diamond Sutra is saying about everything.
Everything.
Your car? It's just a pile of metal, plastic, and glass that's slowly turning back into rust and dirt. Your job? It's just a label, a temporary agreement between you and some other people. Your body, dude, you're 90% microbes and water. Your personality, it's just a bundle of your parents' DNA, all the food you ever ate, every movie you've seen, and every trauma you've had. You are a meat burrito. A very complicated, temporarily walking around burrito.
A meat burrito.
A meat burrito. You are empty of a self. You are just a temporary pile of non-used stuff. And that's emptiness. It's not depressing, it's just true. The report calls it radical interconnectedness. It's just saying stop being such an egotistical prick and realizing you're part of the soup, man.
Okay, my brain is tingling. But this leads to the part that really fried my circuits. This logic of not, as the report calls it. This formula that repeats over and over. What the Buddha calls A is not, in fact, A. Therefore, it is called A. What in God's name is that?
That's the diamond. That's the blade. That right there is the whole operation. It's a piece of code designed to crash your operating system.
It's crashing something. Break it down. A is not A, therefore it is A.
It's just the burrito thing in 3 easy steps. Let's use a really charged word. Let's use a self. Step 1. What the Buddha calls a self. That's the starting point, the conventional world. We all use the word self. I'm a self, you're a self. We have to use this label to function, to buy groceries, to not walk into traffic. Got it. Step 2 is not, in fact, a self. This is the cut. This is the burrito logic. If you look really, really closely at this self, what is it? It's a pile of bones and meat and thoughts and memories and poop. It's constantly changing. The you from 10 years ago is gone. The you of tomorrow isn't here. There's no permanent, solid little Sosef nugget at the center of it all. It's just a process. It's empty. So the label self is a lie. Step 3. Therefore, it is called a self. This is the punchline. Now that we know it's a lie, now that we know it's just a temporary empty label for a pile of meat burrito, now we can go back to using the word self, but it doesn't own us anymore. We're not all tight-assed and defensive about it. We're not having an existential crisis every time someone insults us. We know it's just a label of convenience.
So it's just a way of saying words are just words? Stop mistaking the map for the territory?
Exactly. You just summed up 20th century French deconstruction, but you did it without being a chain-smoking downer. The report mentions this dude, Derrida. He called it critique of the metaphysics of presence.
Jeez.
All it means is, stop thinking the word water on a menu will make you wet. The label is not the thing. And we spend our entire lives suffering because we are desperately, pathetically in love with our labels. I am a good person. I am an American. I am smart. I am a victim. All of them are just labels for temporary, empty piles of crap.
So let me try. A podcast is not a podcast, therefore it is called a podcast.
There you go. What is it? It's just sound waves. It's electricity. It's a couple of meat burritos talking into microphones. It's a server in Finland. It's empty of podcastness. But we call it a podcast so people know what button to click. See? You're enlightened. Pay me.
I'm not paying you for that, but this is practical. This isn't just mystical smoke.
It's hyper-practical. This thing is a manual, and it's aimed right at the 4 biggest, dumbest illusions we have. The report calls them the 4 notions that a bodhisattva, he's the spiritual superhero, the guy who's on the path, has to get rid of.
Right. Let me pull them up. The notion of a self, a person, a living being, and a lifespan.
The 4 horsemen of your ego. Notion of a self. We just did that one. The me illusion. The meat burrito. Dead. Notion of a person or human. This is the we're special illusion. Oh, we're humans. We're the top of the food chain. The whole planet is just our giant supermarket. The sutra says, dude, you are made of non-human elements. You are bacteria. You are stardust. You are recycled water. You are literally the ecosystem. The report calls this dissolving anthropocentrism. I call it not being a speciesist dick. Notion of a living being. This is the us versus them illusion. I'm a living being, but that rock is a dead thing. Or, I'm a suffering idiot, but that Buddha is an enlightened God. The sutra just says, it's all just stuff, transforming. It's all one continuous process. Stop drawing lines. Notion of a lifespan. This is the big one, the one everyone freaks out about. The it starts at birth and ends at death illusion.
How is that an illusion? You're born, you live, you die. That seems pretty solid.
Is it? The sutra uses this great analogy, a cloud. Does a cloud die?
It rains.
Right. It becomes rain. The rain becomes a river. The river flows into a plant. You eat the plant. The cloud is now you. It didn't die, it just changed form. The sutra says you're the same. You weren't born, you just manifested from your parents and food and sunlight. And you don't die, you just decompose. Your meat burrito gets composted and becomes a tree or mushrooms or a worm. It's just continuation. The label lifespan is a total fabrication we invented because we're terrified.
So this is all about getting rid of fear?
All of it, every bit of it, is about cutting away the ideas that we cling to, which cause our fear and suffering.
This brings me to the next paradox, the bodhisattva, the superhero. The report says, okay, the bodhisattva takes a vow to liberate all the unfathomable, infinite number of living beings.
Good guy. We like him.
And when this is done, in truth, not even a single being has actually been liberated. What? How do you save everyone, but no one gets saved? That sounds like a scam, Wendy. That sounds like the worst nonprofit organization in history. Hey, thanks for your donation. We saved 1 million people, but also literally no one. Now give us more money.
It's the Bodhisattva Burrito Fund. No, you're right. It sounds like a total scam. But it's just the paradox again. It's the 2 truths, conventional truth and ultimate truth.
Like the A is not A thing?
Exactly. It's about motivation. Conventional truth, you have to act. You see someone suffering, you help them. You see a problem, you fix it. You act as if there is a you, a person, to save, and an act of saving. That's the compassionate, functional part. But while you're doing it, you have to know in the back of your head that it's all just burrito piles. You know that the person you're saving is an empty, temporary collection of non-person stuff. And you know that the you who is doing the saving is also an empty, temporary collection of non-you stuff.
Why is that important? Why not just be the hero?
Because if you think you're the hero, you're not helping. You're just feeding your own ego. You become a virtue-signaling jackass. You're like those celebrities who fly a private jet to a climate conference to give a speech about saving the planet. They're clinging to the idea of me, the great savior. The sutra calls this giving without attachment. You give the help, you do the work, but you don't cling to the idea of it. You don't get high on your own supply. You just help. Because one part of the soup is helping another part of the soup. It's just what you do.
Giving without attachment to the idea of a giver, a receiver, or a gift. That's deep.
It's insanely deep. It's the antidote to our entire celebrity culture, and it was written 2,000 years ago.
So we've got this ancient, brain-breaking text. Why should anyone, sitting in traffic in Austin care about this? What's the modern-day takeaway?
Oh, it's huge. The report nails this. This text is basically the original blueprint for cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT.
How?
What is CBT? It's the most bog-standard effective therapy we have. And what's its premise? Your suffering, your depression, your anxiety doesn't come from the world. It comes from your thoughts about the world, your cognitive distortions, your core negative beliefs.
Right. You think, I'm a loser.
And that thought makes you feel like crap. But the thought, I'm a loser, is just a thought. It's a label. It's a bubble. It's a shadow. It's empty of any real, solid loserness. It's just a brain fart. And CBT, and especially the new third-wave mindfulness therapies, are all about teaching you to de-center from that thought, to see it as just a transient mental event, not you.
Like a dream, an illusion, a bubble, a shadow. That's from the end of the sutra.
Bingo! The Diamond Sutra is a 2,000-year-old therapy manual. It's telling you your suffering is caused by you pathologically clinging to your own stupid thoughts. Stop clinging, and you'll stop suffering. It's not a religion. It's a psychological operating system.
And this is what kicked off Zen Buddhism, right? I'm looking at this story about the sixth patriarch, Huineng. He was some poor illiterate kid selling firewood.
Yeah, a total nobody.
And he overhears someone reciting one line from this sutra. The line is, abiding nowhere, give rise to mind. And just hearing that, boom, he's instantly enlightened.
And that line is the whole goddamn podcast in 6 words. Abiding nowhere. Don't let your mind get stuck. Don't let it abide or rest or get sticky on any one idea. Not on self, not on God, not on money, not even on enlightenment. Give rise to mind. But you still have to think. You still have to function. This isn't about being a brain-dead vegetable. Cook dinner, drive your car, do your podcast, have ideas, but do it with a mind that isn't stuck. It's the ultimate instruction. Be functional, not fussy. Be engaged, not attached.
Man, this is a lot. This is giving me a lot to chew on. Okay, we're getting to the end here, Dr. Wendy Callahan. This has been fascinating. I need you to give us your final closing argument. When you strip away all the mystery in Sanskrit, what is the Diamond Sutra?
My summary? It's a 2,000-year-old punk rock anthem. It's telling you to smash all your idols. Smash the idol of self. Smash the idol of God. Smash the idol of humanity. Smash the idol of enlightenment. It even has the balls to say, my own teaching, this thing you're reading, it's a raft. Once you get to the other side of the river, you throw the raft away. Don't carry it on your back, you idiot. This text is designed to self-destruct.
It's not a truth with a capital T. It's a tool. It's a diamond for tutting all the BS labels you and your culture have stuck on the world, so you can finally just see the world and maybe not be such a miserable, terrified meat burrito all the time. It's not mystical. It's just profoundly practical.
Wow. A tool that's designed to self-destruct. Okay, my summary. I'm still processing. I think it's a piece of ancient technology. Technology for the mind. That 868 CE print, that's like finding the original source code for a program that's been running in the background of human consciousness for centuries. And the program is designed to debug our own brains. The A is not A logic is the debugging tool. It's a virus designed to kill the other viruses, the viruses of self and fear and permanence. It's trying to get us to see that the map is not the territory, that the word for a thing is not the thing. And maybe if we stop clinging to the words, we'll actually be able to live. That's intense. All right, that's all the time we have. A huge thank you to Dr. Wendy Callahan. This was, man, I'm going to be thinking about this for a while. Meat-burrito. It's going to stick. So here's my final question for you guys to chew on, my brain blower for the week.
The sutra says you have to let go of all concepts, all attachments. It's a raft you have to abandon. Even the concept of Buddha and the Dharma, the teaching itself, has to be thrown away. Dr. Callahan, would you?
So here's the question. The Buddha says his teaching is just a raft, and you have to abandon it after you cross the river. But isn't that instruction, the abandonly part, also part of the raft? So if you obey him and abandon it, you're still keeping that one instruction. And if you disobey, you're also keeping the raft. Good luck, kids.
Think about that. We'll see you next time.